Lies,
opinion,
truth,
and substance. Only way that can make sure we're real and make them skills to be harmed.
right. My real son, he tortured some folks. Good afternoon, this your main man, Johnny Q, coming through for another episode here at Lots, which is lies, opinion, truth, and substance. How y'all doing out there in the world today? Well, my co-host Cameron, who y'all used to seeing, she'll be back, probably following other shows. Man, it's good to be back up here, back on the platform. Kicking it, getting people the wisdom that I've gained, getting them some knowledge on the things I've learned, and hearing their opinions as well. But, a lot of things ain't just opinions. A lot of things people just do that's actually becoming normal now these days. I mean, normal on top of normal. And then sometimes things that come in a I guess you could say misdirection, information. And, that give us something to really see here with our main man, Kanye West. Some people may have took things out of context, or maybe it was presented the way that I really perceived it. Because Kanye is very controversial. We all know that. He had his models wore White Lives Matter over in Paris, during their walk, their expedition, during the show. And a lot of people weren't too happy about that. But could it that he really been is he really showing misdirection here? Is people really taking it out of context? Of course only Ye know, and we know how Ye can be. Everybody know how Ye can be. But I'm going to let y'all see the clip, and then, I'm going to let y'all go from there. Well, yeah, actually, it was a couple of slides, but my producer is going to find the clip. I know Boosie wasn't happy at all. Boosie definitely wasn't happy. I can understand why, but that's why I say I don't know if a lot of people have jumped the gun, and let me give you my reasons why here talking about Mr. Kanye West. He has on the shirt White Lives Matter. But it is beginning to be proven that Black Lives Matter didn't really do right by the lives who was able to bring the hashtag BLM up front to the world. A lot of people lost their lives by this slogan. Now, I like to do origin of history of things. And BLM, when it first arrived, it wasn't meant for what people stole the hashtag slogan for. People thought, well, no, people hijacked BLM. That's the best way to say it. And put Black Lives Matter. But it didn't stand for Black Lives Matter at all. It stood for bisexual, lesbian males. Did I say that right, Joe? Because you can't be a lesbian and a male. But I forgot what the M. But I knew bisexual and lesbians. Or was it? It had to deal with the LGBTQSA, community. That's basically what I'm breaking it down to. That's what it had to deal with. And when that came to the forefront, certain people find out, they hurry up and changed it because the Black Lives Matter, when they hijacked the hashtag BLM, it took flight. That's why it took so long for people to actually try to figure out who owns BLM, who is the head of this hashtag movement. And they put this black face out there, the two women, which come to find out they did get some residuals from it, but they're really not the owners of it, from what people may say. I guess you can say it has been proven. She's been in a couple of lawsuits. She got caught spending a couple of $1 million for work, which she did put it into work. She does supposed to get some residuals, but when they start speaking of these, they were speaking of some numbers like $200-300 million. I was like, damn, she really, or whoever it was that owned Black Lives Matter, like they really hijacked the community. I saw the brother, which is Mike Brown father, he got in there. He was talking about BLM. They wasn't happy because they did use his son name. Tamir Rice's mother wouldn't let BLM continue in her name. George Floyd, their people went through certain things with BLM. So I guess the question is, who really is BLM? How does this lead back to Kanye West? Kanye West, sometimes he does overthink. Sometimes he is the prolific speaker that he is. I can say sometimes Kanye makes sense. And sometimes Kanye does do things in a misdirection way. I think when he put on the White Lives Matter shirt, I believe that's what this was. He put on this shirt, but he made a statement. And his statement was, we all know Black Lives Matter was a fraud. He put on White Lives Matter shirt. Right, it was a scam. I apologize. Everyone knows that Black Lives Matter was a scam. Now it's over. You're welcome. Okay, so people will say, what make him wear White Lives Matter? Because, of course, Kanye, he could find out who is more behind the BLM. They ain't black. But that's been proven. That has definitely been proven. Because if it was a black face behind BLM, you would know it. They are quick. This system, America is always willing to put a black face, whether it's great or definitely, boy, you saw what happened to Bill Cosby. You saw what happened to R. Kelly. What happened to Kevin Spacey? What happened to Tom Hanks? See, I want people to really start recognizing the system we in. I don't care if you're red. I don't care if you're green. I don't care if you're brown, yellow, black, or white. Whatever color you claim you think you want to be. I need you to start recognizing the power structure here and understand the propaganda that's at play. And that's what Kanye West just did. I'm going to go out on a limb because when he made that statement and had his people put on the White Lives Matter shirt, it was a misdirection to let you know that the white people are saying they life matter, who are at the top of the pyramid. People be like, well, why? How you know it ain't no black folks at the top of the pyramid? If that was true, I would know a Rockefeller. I really would. And no, a Rockefeller is never going to be poor. But I would know one. I would know a black person that's actually talked to a Rockefeller. I would know a black person that actually has conversation with a Rockefeller. I would have heard of them. They say, well, what happens behind closed doors? Listen, let me say it this way. One thing God has taught me. I don't have to yell about what really should be kept private. But when you call yourself leading the people, the Bilderbergs, the Morgans, you know, these type of people, the Hunts, see, the Crafts, you know, and the Hunts and Crafts are small compared to those other names I just mentioned. Yeah, they got that figure face out there, but people don't really know them. I'm looking for a Shaq or a Michael Jordan or, you know, Magic Johnson, you know, to say, hey, we here with the Rockefellers, we here with the Bilderbergs, you know, we're here with the Morgans, and we coming up with a plan. You know, and I'm just using them for an example. All right? I haven't heard Obama do that. I haven't heard Al Sharpton do that. I haven't heard these people who are supposed to be at the figurehead do that. But what we do know, and what could be concluded, these people do make moves behind doors. And why is it in secret? This is what Kanye is saying. Your white life matter. White lives matter. I'm just going to put it on a t-shirt. What the hell I'm going to put on the Black Lives Matter shirt for? When George Floyd family still can't get justice. Tamir Rice parents still ain't got justice. Breonna Taylor parents still ain't got justice. BLM done did all this movement. Where is the justice? What is 5 or 10 years? I go out here and kill a white man, a black man, a child. I go out here and kill an Indian. I go out here and kill an Ethiopian. I go out here and kill a Korean. I go out here and kill a Jew, a Russian, whatever you want to be called, besides a man or one man. I go out here and kill you. It's automatic life sentence. I like Boosie. Boosie could be correct. This is my opinion. I could be correct. This is also my opinion. Because Kanye hasn't said what I said. But what he did say, Black Lives Matter is a scam. And he put on White Lives Matter t-shirt. So to me, that can only mean one thing. He's letting the white folks know. He's letting our white brothers and sisters know. He's letting the white powers that be know. Hey, I know it's a scam. It's all good. But I'm just going to go ahead and put it on a t-shirt. And I'm going to be done with it. White Lives Matter. White power. He letting you know, I ain't no sense of trying to hoodwink me. He also letting people know, don't come to me with that BLM. And I've been told people, don't even come to me with BLM. Don't even do it. So, that's just my thing dealing with the controversy right now with Kanye West and his White Lives Matter shirt. And, you know, I really, it's going to be more to look into. And as we get down the road, you know, I'll be back to give my opinion as well. You know, give some facts, whatever comes out of Mr. Kanye West's mouth. And, you know, we'll go from there. Then, you know, I tell you what, you know, the show just never seems to fail to stop. I tell you, I mean, man, people can really just This behavior, man. It's overshadowing a lot of times the good that people want to do, that the people try to do. I'm serious. It's just I'm not getting it. People can't even go. People can't even go to a. How can you say? People can't even go to an atmosphere to see talent. And I'm speaking of the situation here with Ole Miss. And he had a lot of students, different colors. Just out here behaving. You're in college, man. As bad as I hate to say this, don't be that much passionate about sports as a fan. Let me go ahead and say it. All right, let me just keep it authentic. Do not be that passionate about someone else's craft because you're not getting paid. You're going to either get your ass hurt or either you going to jail. See, they going home. They finna go spend some money. And that's just real. So I'm gonna let y'all people see what you shouldn't do from a high school Pop Warner League fan and a professional fan.
Number 96, Matt Ruffalo.
Let's fight!
And so, that's it. Ole Miss versus Kentucky, And, they say the brawl in the student section held their focus, as several sport coats wearing students with khaki pants took matters to a fist fight. And others watched, during the game, 3 points, 3 points and three minutes remaining, left of the game. This behavior of people, man. I'm telling you. You people gotta get your act together. I joke sometimes. I joke sometimes. I'm not really that much of a jokester, but I joke. Man, people got to learn how to start conducting themselves. Straight up. This behavior of people, man, including with kids right now, it's getting real piss poor. The kids are showing they can't behave themselves and be in character because they seeing adults do the same thing. And I'm telling you, these things start at home. You at a college game. What the hell you worried about fighting for? You in college. You ain't in high school no more. You ain't in middle school no more. Who the hell keeps growing up to say, I want to fight in college, when that's next to being the adult? I'm serious. If that's what you want to do, have a fist brawl, and you supposed to be growing up in college, you might well go on back and try to. You should have just stayed in high school. You should have graduated when you was 21, 22. You know, that way this behavior is expected of you. You know, but if you're not gonna carry yourself like a man, and the lady is not gonna carry herself like a woman, hey man, you know, but you can't go backwards. One thing about it, your age definitely ain't going backwards. So, you know, it's just people need to be more attentive about the behavior of people that's going around right now. You know, which also leave us to more behavior problems. You know, I mean, well, actually, the behavior I was thinking of, but no. I want to go to Tesla. You know, Tesla is showing something interesting here. You know, and it's wild. I kind of like the idea. I like the idea. Elon Musk has he called himself making an affordable robot that can pretty much do the basic things that people need done. You know, go get your groceries, wash your car, wash your house, maybe mow your grass. It's a big mechanic machine trying to move at the human level. I'm a person to say things, you know, when they say never, I don't like to say never a lot, but if the mind can think it, could it be put in a form? Yeah. Do I think what we're about to look at here and then visualize and see if it could come down to a normal concept? It's a possibility. It's a possibility. But I'm going to say no. Before something like this try to take the place of human beings, nah, this world ain't in. I don't give a damn about all the Mockingbird you done seen and the hunt, the survival and all that. No. Nah, the number one thing I can say right now is thank you, Abby. The number one thing I can say right now, God ain't gonna let nothing replace the human being. That'll never happen. And if it do happen, I'm pretty sure this world won't no longer exist. I'm gonna go out on a limb and I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say that's the truth. I'm also gonna say, for the people, that's my opinion because it's my belief. We never gonna get that far. But I'm gonna let y'all check it out. Let some of the viewers see it, and then they can tell me what they think.
I think the bot got some moves too. So this is essentially the same full self-driving computer that runs in your Tesla cars, by the way.
This is literally the first time the robot has operated without a tether. Was on stage tonight.
Well, that's what $20,000 can buy you. It can buy you your own robot. And didn't they say to be able to drive too, Joe, or something? Yeah, operate the vehicle or however it go. Well, Tesla already operates. Pretty much, it can operate on its own. I don't know if that's a good idea to let a machine operate for you. You know, we drive bad enough as it is. You know, as people. I don't really know if that's a good idea for to let a machine drive for you. I don't know, but if you got 20 grand, you want to give it a test run, hey, Elon Musk got it for you. I'm not an advocate for it, but I'm just giving you some knowledge about what's around you. So, you know, you got 20 20K to spell? 20K and some change to spell? You don't want to do no work around your house, or, you know, you ain't got nobody to maintain your home? He said he got a robot that'll do it for you. Now this is this something interesting that people gonna kind of find this a little hilarious. I didn't find it hilarious. I found it very disturbing. You know, that's why I say this behavior. And just because it's another person that's there who's with this person, who doesn't check the person, you know, no matter what this person did at this particular time, you know, I don't know what happened, you know, and I'm going to throw some stuff out there on the limb before you even see the video I'm about to show you. Basically what's coming up is a guy that evidently he hated his wife so bad, he decided to go piss on her grave. Now, I don't know if she slept with his best friend. I don't know if, you know, he caught her, you know, giving fellatio to another man. I don't know if she got another power of attorney, and the moment she died, you know, she sent the money and things they had gathered, you know, to other places. I don't know. I don't know what it could be. I'm just giving y'all some things to think about. But the thing that I want y'all to recognize here, it's okay for him to be upset. But the behavior that you put in place for being upset, because you're a grown man, bro. You're a grown man. You ain't 12. You ain't like the kids we just saw in Ole Miss and Kentucky. And even, hopefully, they will be held accountable for that. Morally, somebody who knows you, this is why I want you to be held accountable. You know, you don't have to be held accountable in a legal way, but morally, for people who know you, man, you need to be held accountable. You're a grown man, bruh. You're a grown man. You're somebody's father. You're somebody's grandfather, I'm going to assume. Then, to top it off, your new wife is filming you pissing on her grave. How do you people even how do grown-ups, how far are we willing to go, man, with backwards behavior? Are we just gonna really keep pushing it? Do we really not have no faith and belief of consequences, even in your afterlife? Like, man, it ain't nothing in you as a grown-up that say, hey, man, I know I need to do better. I know it's all right, check me. Check me for being out of pocket. You know, the same way and not to just going a little bit off subject, but because his behavior, and I would have liked to extend it on this what I'm about to bring up, which is Antonio Brown. Behavior. Shannon Sharp was dead right. Got too many yes men around him. You need checking. This guy who you about to see on this video in a couple of seconds need checking. It doesn't even make no sense. If you were gonna do it, why film it? This shows you how comfortable people have got with the camera. And then your new wife gonna film it? You know, let's throw it out. Let's just say his wife was a serial molester. Let's just say his first wife was a adulteress. Let's just say his first wife was even a murderer. Just Jeffrey Dahmer people. Including the babies that he put inside of. You're going to displace your hate so bad. And I'm not saying his wife done any of these things I named. But you are telling me, as a grown man, you're going to hate your wife so bad. Somebody who's dead and gone. See, that's what I want people to realize. Dead and gone. You still gonna let her have a power over you that you gonna wake up every day and piss on her grave. You got that much time and energy. Come on, man. I seriously hope people start to get help. I really mean that. People got to get it together. Because this behavior is getting ridiculous. But I want to let y'all check it out. And then y'all let me know. Yeah, so, you know, this is just something for the people to, really understand of the other people around them that just gonna they're going to put on display their piss poor behavior. You know, like I say, your new wife is filming you pissing on your first wife's grave. And you're a real grown man. You know, you had to be at least 50, 55. You're going to allow somebody who dead to control you that much. Like, really. You know, people just got to, people got to get it together, man. I promise you. Got to start understanding the people around you and start holding these people accountable for this piss poor behavior that's showing. You know, I'm not even saying it's okay to make piss poor decision behind closed doors. What I am saying is behind closed doors, and y'all can fight it out or talk it out behind closed doors. But you bringing this thing to the forefront for the world to see, like it's normal. It's not normal. That's why certain things supposed to be done that's not normal in secret. That is the same reason that I believe, because Kanye West haven't said it yet, but that's the reason I believe Kanye West got on the White Lives Matter show. Because of this behavior behind closed doors that has been brought to the forefront, and people are like, oh, it's normal. If my parents wronged me to the day they died, I do not have enough energy to wake up and go piss on their grave. I'm a grown man, dog. I'm a grown man. I advise people grow up. I want to see people grow up, seriously. I want to see people with some maturity. We got to get back to that. This is the only way that the youngins gonna have a fighting chance with the enemy out here and with the enemy they can see. The one they can't see and the one they can see. But just so happen, guess what, people? It don't stop there. It don't stop. You know, the ball just keep rolling. Piss poor behavior, because you're taught it, it keeps rolling. I'm talking about, here we are, it's a school bus driver. It's a school bus driver which was in Morgan County, Georgia. And he wanted to handle, the bus driver in Morgan County, Georgia wanted to handle these black students like he was in 1945. And I'm talking about he did it normal. And just, you know, I know how people are. Oh, man, you over-exaggerating. You looking in it too much. Yeah, it wasn't like that. Hey, let me let y'all see. So y'all won't say that I'm throwing lighter fluid in the match at the same time. You got that clip, Joe?
What a pain in the neck you guys are. Get out of here. Get back there. Get back there. What a pain in the neck you guys are. Get out of here. Get back there.
What a pain in the neck you guys are. You guys. Man, probably ain't even got a 8th grade education. Been there his whole life in Morgan County. Behavior. It's normal. It's been normalized. Do you not realize it's 2022, about to be 2023? And you're going to say, you guys, like we in 1952, 1943, 1965. How long are associates and people, so-called friends and neighbors, how long are y'all gonna condone this? The older I get, I'm not so much as an advocate for violence. I'm not. I mean, I'm telling you, God working on me. He really is. You know, he working with me. And the reason I brought up I'm not an advocate for violence is because the disrespect you showed there, you do deserve a busted lip. Even though you're an old man. Because it's proven the rod has never touched you in the way it should have been about your upbringing and your actions. You know, I'm serious, and I don't care what color you were. If you would have put that role in reverse, I would have been saying the same thing about a black bus driver. The exact same thing. Dealing with 2 white kids. That's piss poor behavior, man. And because you down in Morgan County, in this country town, who don't want to come out of white living, which ain't no such thing. Ain't no such thing as white living. It took me almost 50 years to understand ain't no such thing as black living. It's living. Ain't nobody else in this world gonna put Q in the color box. You're not gonna be able to put Johnny Q in the color box. You hear me? My mind already made up. I'm grown. You can do whatever you want to try to do to break it. If I feel it getting to that point, hey, I might just listen. I sacrifice me. See, I'm at that age. I'ma sacrifice me. Ain't nobody else gonna do it. That's just what it is. Do I want to be tested? No. Do I want to be treated like a test subject? No. What I am saying is this. I'm not going to allow no more systemic or systematic oppression to put me in a color box or any other box. Now, I'm going to understand what rules are. I'm going to understand how things must go by the procedures that's already in place. But what I'm not going to do is allow anybody or anything to put me in a box to make me see one dimensional, one direction, unless your name G-O-D. You hear me? And I know it ain't you, because I can read just fine. And the reason I say I can read just fine, because that ain't in the doctrine. That's what I believe in. You people. So I'm going to tell those who think like the white bus driver we just saw down in Morgan County, Georgia, you people need to get out of that box. Because where you think living at, the things you trying to recreate that was just 100 years ago, it ain't coming back. You ain't about to catch no niggas and then think you can manhandle them like they was just doing 100+ years ago. Hell, even just 60 years ago. Before the civil rights movement, while segregation was still going on. When you a group of whites and you think it's all right to just punch people, black people out at a lunch counter because it say whites only. Yes, people have heard me say I would not been an advocate to go in a white-only restaurant. Why? Because I think the black restaurant can cook just fine. I ain't got to go to this white establishment and give them my money. I can go to this black one right here. I can go to this Hispanic right here that want to accept my money. I ain't got to force you to have my money. I ain't got to be forced to ride this bus. But I do understand why they got on the bus. I understand movements like that because you put this bus in an area that mostly whites were and the blacks just a couple of feet down, and this was the only bus that would go that way, but yet they was discriminated, and they all going to the same place. So yes, I do understand why they got on the bus. But do I believe everybody had to fight for that? No. You know why? Because the mind could have worked better. Whoever ain't got to work on Monday, that's going to be the bus, and everybody going to chip in to get them that money on Monday. And the same thing go for Tuesday through Friday. Until y'all can scrape up enough money to get your own bus. See, it's always more than one way to skin a cat. But yes, the world was put on notice about whites and their behavior, dealing with this skin color right here. But the people in Morgan County, grow up. More behavior, more behavior. I tell you, man, this is a touchy subject for a lot of people out here in the world. It's still being pushed. And what I'm speaking of right now is this transgender issue. You know, I'm never going to show satisfaction as an adult because you didn't allow this child to be a child. I'm not going to show satisfaction that Gabrielle is showing her adulterous husband. I'm not going to show the, oh, it's all right because it's their child, you know, the stupid shit I done heard. It's their money, they can do what they want. No, this is a child. A child that can't work and pay bills. A child that isn't old enough yet to drive. A child that can't go and come as he pleases. A child that needs instruction, knowledge, wisdom to understand what's around him. A child that adults have let be a fucking grown-up. Make a grown-up decision and support it. Who is the child? See, I'm going to be a grown-up. But I'm going to be a grown-up with grown-ups. I'm not going to let my children be a grown-up with me. You can't be a grown-up with me. We weren't born at the same time. We didn't go to the same school. We didn't cut the same lunches. We didn't steal from the same place. We didn't rob at the same place. We didn't traffic narcotics and other things at the same time, same place. We didn't do that. So I got enough knowledge to understand, and the wisdom that God done gave me, you my child. You are not my equal. This woman who I may screw on, F on, however you want to say it, or if I had a wife, whatever I do with her, that's my equal. Whatever I do with my cousin, we're in this same 1 to 3 age year group, that's my equal. You know why I'm not in the age group equal with someone who's 5 years older? Because when I'm 15, they're 20. No matter how much money I got at 15, I still got to have an adult consent. At 20, they don't have to have an adult consent. They don't have to have it. 15 to 18. The 18 don't have to have an adult consent. It might can't drink, but everything else it could do. That's why I say a 1 to 3 age year gap. See, that's something this done taught me in life. A 15-year-old and a 20-year-old, they ain't really got nothing in common. They ain't really doing the same thing. And if they are, somebody need to be looking for reevaluate what's going on around them. But I'm going to let y'all see this little slideshow dealing with the Wade family. This is a behavior that people wanted to be normal. You know, dealing with, it's Zaya Wade, right? Did I say that right, Joe? It's yeah, you know, they want to call the boy Zaya Wade now. You know, here it is, you got hair down past your shoulder, you got lipstick on. Wait, 11 years old, right? And then D Wade say he's gonna cut off the comments for his privacy. But you done took the privacy and posted it. This what I mean by people got to learn to start checking folks. You gonna cut you're gonna cut the privacy comments off. I mean, you're gonna cut the comments off to make it private to where nobody can comment, but you brought what was in private out to the forefront. Now, if I'm the only one backwards pretty much in the world, then, you know, I just rather for the world let me know and I can just really go on about my business. Just straight up, I can just go on about my business. People have to learn to start checking this type of behavior. We got to stop being hoodwinked. We having too much fun. We partying too much. It used to be a time where we had morals and a code of conduct, man. Even if we was gonna do something wrong. Where has it went to? Like, seriously, where has these morals and code of conduct went to? I ain't picking just on one person, I'm picking on everybody. Hell, I'll pick on me if I'm out of pocket. See, when I do something behind closed doors, you know why I'm doing it? Because I know I ain't got no business doing it. I know. If I sleep with 2 women, it's behind closed doors. It ain't to the world. You know why? Because I already know my daughter knows it's wrong. Guess why she knows it's wrong? Because I done told it to her. And I done showed her through every other situation why it's wrong, including the one when God said it's wrong. People can't even do wrong right no more. The world out of control, man. You can't even get wrong right. Even, like they say, even a broken clock is right twice a day. Twice a day is right. But it's going to be wrong for a lot of more hours and minutes. It's going to be all the way wrong. But it's going to get to be right twice a day. People can't do it. This behavior that we're seeing, you got to check yourself every day. You got to check your behavior. So that way you can check the man and the sister that's next to you about their behavior. Next week, I'm going to be back with the same thing all over again. Because people's behavior is out of order. I ain't got time to talk about nothing else. I don't want to talk about nothing else. I want to help people get their behavior in order. You should want to help get people behavior in order. I mean, I'm just telling you, ain't nothing decent no more. Can't nothing be behind closed doors no more. You can't even do wrong right no more. I mean, you people are just... Hey, it look like this the last flood God gonna send. It ain't no other way for me to say it. That's what this looking like. People ain't even giving themselves a shot no more at trying to get things correct. Just giving yourself a shot. Checking the person next to you so you will have a shot and let them know that, hey, guess what, man? Just certain things you can't do out in the open. Woman, there's certain things you can't do out in the open. Child, hell no. Hey, it's been a good day. I'm glad the viewership that came through. Sorry I got to preach to y'all all the time, but that's the way it's gonna be. That's why it's my show. You don't like it, you don't have to tune in. It's a lot of more buffoonery going on out there. You can watch it. Hey, I'm here for me, but I'm also here for you. This Lots, Lies, Opinions, Truth, and Substance. We'll see you next Tuesday. Same time, same place. Thank you for coming out to watch the show with your main man, Johnny Q. I enjoyed it. Catch y'all at the next one. Peace.
Opinion
Truth.
and substance. Only thing that can show me real and real them skills.